Hello, everyone. So you'll come in. They always at least get one that pops in and doesn't say nothing in the chat. At least if you're gonna pop in, at least say hi in the chat. I can't bite you. Too far away. The other day, yep, there they are. At least say hi in the chat, whoever you are, that you popped in. Either that or I'll go into a little story real quick. They left. I love it. God, it must be that scary. I had to go to the doctor the other day to get refills. Now, I had done weighed myself before I left. It's at 180 pounds. Get to the doctor's office, and it says 187. Well, the lady went to weigh me. She says, "Let's say how much you weigh." I said, "I'm fat." Before I even got on the scale, I just said, "I'm fat." She says, "Oh no, that's not good." I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Isn't that the trend? Everybody's supposed to be fat, but they're not called fat because you don't want to hurt their feelings, so they're called big bone or fluffy or some other some other stupid reason, because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You want to, call them, tell them the truth. You know, they're big. You can call it obese if you want to. I don't care. You know, uh, I'm overweight. I got I got overweight probably during the time when I was getting off cigarettes. Well, it was a little bit already going on then at the time, but I think that made it worse. They say it'll do that. You'll exchange one habit for another. Um, Nothing wrong with eating. You're just supposed to do it in moderation. When you, if you, if you become fat from it, it's because you're gluttony, and I gluttoned a lot. So gluttony's bad. We're not supposed to glutton. Glutton's what gives you all your health problems. But anyway, yeah, I got on the scale and it said 187, and I got off. I said, "This scale is wrong." She started laughing. She said, "Yeah, I tell myself the same thing every time I get on a scale." I said, "No, no, 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 no." I said, "You don't understand." I said, "I just weighed myself at home, and it was 180." She said, "Yeah." Okay. She said, "Come with me. Come this way to your room." She said, "Yeah," but she said, "You had on boots and everything on." I said, "I had on boots and everything then." And she started laughing. I said, I'm not trying to run from it. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to, you know, make myself feel better. But I was 180 before I left the house. I didn't gain 7 pounds on the way over. She said, "Yeah." She said, "That is a little bit of a discrepancy there." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Your scale needs to be recalibrated or something, new batteries, something, whatever they do to them." I mean, it was one of those, it sits in the floor and it's like a handicap scale, so to speak, because it's got a pole. It had a pole on both sides of it. So you stepped up on it, and, if you need to, you can hold on to the pole. Move this camera a little bit better. But you can hold on to the poles on both sides while you stood there, if you need to, for balance or whatever, for people that are, have balance issues or have standing problems or whatever because of whatever's going on with them. But yeah, I had a little scale box right here on the middle ways on the top, with a little wire hooked up to it. You know, well, went inside, and of course you had to wear the stupid ass mask still, which I made a comment about that later for my visit, as far as giving a survey about how my visit went. think skills. I think wearing a mask anymore should be personal choice. As it all, I think it should be personal choice. Period. Um, years ago, women kept, even before Roe versus Wade got thrown out of the federal courts and was allowed to be a state issue, a state decision. It was always women would always holler, "My body, my choice." Well, if that's the case, if they're allowed to murder babies, then I should be allowed to go without a mask. That's not murder. Kind of jumping subjects here for a second, but anyway. And it's not your body, your choice. It's a separate body, separate being growing inside of your body. Your choice was at the moment you decided to conceive, or didn't decide to conceive, but didn't help prevent conception either. In other words, your choice starts from the moment you decide to spread your legs. Now, if you get raped or whatever like that, that's a whole different ballgame, but that child didn't ask to be born. That child didn't ask to be conceived. Plenty of other families out there that are dying to have a child that can't on their own and would love to give that child a home and love it and give it a life and raise it as its own. It's called an adoption. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear the bullshit excuses. And yeah, I'm going to get some language on here today. So whoever has sensitive ears, or whoever has a sensitive ear, you can turn the channel or you can just leave. I don't care. I'm just sick and tired of certain things I'm sick and tired of certain things being allowed to be said and done and others not. Anyway, but yeah, my body, my choice. No, I didn't get jabbed either. I didn't take the I didn't take. I didn't let myself get. I didn't allow myself to get the flu in the shot, because that's what that is. I don't care. I don't care what you say. Even with the shot, people still were getting sick. So there you go. Anyway, I don't think masks should be required anymore. Depending on where you go. It's a security blanket. Some people can't even, get up out of bed without putting one on. That's a security blanket. Some people ride around their own cars with one on, and they're the only one in the car. It's a security blanket. But anyway, on with the story about the visit. And I don't care what you got to say about it in the comments, because if you say something about it in the comments, I'll probably do a video about your comment if I feel that it deems a response. Just depends on what you say and possibly how stupid it may or may not be. Anyway, and yes, I've had corona twice. Okay, I had the China flu, the bat flu, however you want to call it. I had it twice during this whole time. And no, I never got a shot. I never vaccinated. A vaccine's supposed to cure. Okay. These were not vaccines. And those rapid tests, most of them were already tainted with it. So anyway, Yeah, I'm probably going to be listed as a conspiracy theorist after this. That's fine because all that means is just is that I'm a truther because conspiracists are labeled conspiracists because they are telling the truth and they want people to look the other way and not hear what they got to say. Most, not all. Some of them are just way out there, somewhere in left field. But anyway, get into the room. The nurse worked, the doctor in training working under the doctor that was there. She comes in. I guess she's a doctor, like a form of a doctor, whatever they call them now. They got a bunch of different terminologies for different rankings or different degrees or diplomas or whatever it is. She comes in, she says, I'm going to ask you some preliminary questions. I'm working under Dr. So-and-so. I said, okay, that's fine. And I'm not going to give the names of people. If I don't remember them, I just don't remember them. But if I do remember them, I'm not going to give the names. I'm not even going to talk. I'm not even going to talk about the office. I won't even mention the office's name unless I have a valid reason to do so, just for privacy concerns right this second. But anyway, she was asking me different things about my medications and stuff, and how they were doing, how they making, how I was feeling, if I was having all, different complications that she would name off and stuff, and there wasn't no problems. She said, okay. She says, now you're a current smoker or a former smoker. I said former. She said, okay. She says, well, how long have you been quit? And I didn't even think about it recently until she just asked me that day. And I said, at least 3 years. Later on, I got to thinking about it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I quit or started. I quit back in the end of February of 2019. So this coming February will be 4 years. Pretty sure of that. Because I remember where I was working or where my assignment ended that I had been working, because I was with a temp service at that time. And that assignment ended, and I was waiting on either another assignment or to find another position through somebody else. And I decided, heck, I'm not working. This would typically be anybody else's stressful time, because of not working, not having a paycheck coming in. This is before we started doing the web business. I thought, well, heck, why not? The only ones I'm gonna be around is Dessa and the kids. I'll just do it. So I went and got patches because we could afford to. We could afford. I have to call him back. Sorry about that. I'll have to just call him back. Anyway, I mean, it couldn't have happened in a more appropriate time in our life for everything that went the way it did. I mean, God planned it just perfectly. We had our income tax money just come in, all these all the government help that was going to be coming through, the stimuluses, those were going to start popping in. I mean, this was going to be a good time, if any, to invest in my health and stop smoking. So I quit. I got off of them. I told Dessa that it was my third time quitting. I'd been going off and on for about 10 years. And the last time I'd done it was full flavored. And that's what made it the hardest, and because of my age. I was in my late 30s. Yeah. I told her, I said, if I ever do this again, don't ask me to quit because it's too hard. I probably won't be able to quit the next time if I do. But yeah, at the end of February will be 4 years. She the doctor congratulated me and everything, said just keep it up, this and that. Then the usual responses. And I had to go in. Well, then the doctor finally showed up, talked for a few minutes, told him some corrections I need to have made with the medications for some stuff that I had seen on my end. And so he said, okay. He said, let's go to the labs and get some labs drawn, which I wasn't expecting because typically they do it once every 6 months, which is about typically when I had to come in to get refills. However, I had to have a follow-up lab because of something that didn't read correctly the first time. I had the follow-up done 2 months ago. I just got done doing this. Well, let's just go ahead and do it because of this before. Let's just go. But y'all have already cleared that up. That's not a problem anymore. It was a mix-up, misunderstanding. Well, let's just go ahead. All right. So then usually they use my left arm, which I prefer. Couldn't get a vein to come up on my left arm, so they had to use my right arm. They tried to stick the left arm. It wouldn't work, wouldn't do. So they did the right arm. Did all that, came home. Hadn't worked all week. Got the word got the word from the employer that they were going to be filing employment on my behalf. Doesn't look like tomorrow is going to be anything. At last I've noticed, hadn't heard anything from them. I've talked to a couple coworkers that nobody else has heard anything. One of those other coworkers has done talked to 2 other coworkers. They haven't heard anything either. So very good, strong chance I'll be sitting here with her tomorrow. That wasn't a very good look. Might get to work Tuesday just so that way it has another rain out come Wednesday into Thursday. So I might get one day. Might. Somebody said, can't you haul some rock? Yeah, when it's not going to a new construction site where they got a bunch of dirt / now mud. If you don't know, since I don't update on Facebook anyway, I drive a dump truck for a local company. Home every night. Don't usually have to work Saturdays, but it comes up. Anyway, but yeah, we do dirt, rock. They've got an asphalt team. I declined to train to do that. Asphalt's a whole different animal. Most people that do it say it's easy, no big deal, but dirt's a headache enough. Trying to keep it cleaned out of your bed, especially when it turns to mud and everything wants to stick to it. So, nah. Not saying that I ever won't get asked again and have to try it. But as of right now, nah. Anyway, in the description, I've copy pasted our catalogs from our business in there. It is the holidays coming, it's Christmas coming up. I've got the Excess Gear website in the description too. I've got our email addresses in the description, and I've got our shop website in the description. So feel free to look around at the different stuff. Catalogs included. Like I said, it is Christmas. You might find a gift in there for somebody or for yourself. if you need any help or assistance with any of the stuff, catalogs, any of the websites, how to contact us about anything, leave it in the comments. Those of you that have our phone numbers, you can call us or text us. Those of you that are connected to us by Facebook, you can uh, uh, comment on one of the posts that I put up in Facebook about this stuff, as well as you can send me a message on Messenger if you want, or her. If you can't find her, if you're not friends with her, you can go on mine, and her profile's right there in my list. If you prefer to deal with a female over a male, that's fine. If you prefer the exact opposite, preferring the dealing with a male versus a female, that's fine too. Doesn't matter to either one of us. If she doesn't know about something, she'll probably come to me, and I can help out. If neither one of us know, our mentors are a phone call or a text or an email away. Our sponsors, they're local. Our mentors, their mentors are long distance, but that's okay because we're all tied together into the same group. So if we don't know, and our coach or whatever, our direct line doesn't know, then one of us can find out from our mentor or his mentor. So yeah, this is a typical. This is the real deal team. There's no I in it. We all help each other out because, well, we all benefit from it. So we'd rather help each other than hurt each other. That's the way it's supposed to be. And all for the one common goal: to help you, to serve you, to take care of you, to help you find what you need, or help you figure out what it is that you've been needing. And also, I'll say this: if you're looking to find that extra stream of income, well, we can help. We can help you with that. If this is something you've always had an idea about, have an interest for, or whatever, possibly thought about it, but wanted to dig deeper, we can talk about it. There's no strings attached. You're not gonna have to. You're not required to commit to anything. Just to ask questions. No cost to ask questions. Everything would have to be set up to talk. For us to have you talk to the right people. That's all. And that's not that big of a deal either. Just making some some phone calls back and forth or some text messages back and forth. It's no big deal. And it can either be done in person, in a public setting, depending on where you're at, or we can do it by Zoom. It's not a big deal. I got one tonight to do by Zoom. If the person actually shows up, we'll see. Sometimes they say they're going to and they don't. And sometimes they do, and it's just not the right time for them, or it's not the right fit. Not the right time or not the right fit. For either of us. Some people the right fit, and it's just not the right time. And some people, excuse me, and some people, it's the right time. It's just not the right fit. Both have to be there, timing and fitting. Can't have one without the other. And it's a team thing. You're never thrown to the wolves unless you throw yourself to the wolves. So anyway, that's about all I think I need to say for right now. Yeah, I mean, stuff's in the description. Go look, if you want to, go look it over. See if we might have anything, for the, that you'd be interested for the holidays or anybody. For Christmas, I'm just going to say Christmas, or even for New Year's. Excess gear. Part of their website, they have mixer drinks. Okay. You can use those mixer drinks for a lot of different things. Some of the things that's on top of my head are smoothies. I think you can do them with shakes, I think. I know you can do it with alcoholic beverages, but on the site, under the mixers, it has a thing that you can look up recipes. So since I just mentioned the new year, it made me think about the mixers because of alcohol, because people do partake in adult beverages during the Christmas and the New Year's, during the holidays. It's might as well say it. It's because it happens. Like it or not. No matter what your moral, no matter what your personal feelings are about it, people still do it. Alcohol's not the sin; it's the glutton of the person with the alcohol. Jesus did turn water into wine. Can't tell me there wasn't any can't tell me there wasn't any alcohol in it. And yeah, some people probably did get a little tipsy, but God gave you free will, so I mean, you know better. You gotta know when to say when. Before you go out somewhere and the bartender tells you you're done for the day. They're supposed to. You're done for the night. I can't serve you no more. Anyway. They're supposed to. Guess that's all I got to say. I'm 28 minutes in, close to 30. Shouldn't probably go much more. Shouldn't probably go over 30. So anyway, before I get rambling too much more, I said take a look at the stuff, see what you like, see what you think. If you don't have any interest in it, if you not have no interest in any of it whatsoever, that's fine. If you know somebody, share it to them, share it with them. Copy paste it or whatever you got to do. Just share it with them. If you go to Facebook, go to my site or go to her site on Facebook, share it with them. Tag them in it. Let them come look, whatever. Anyway, you know what to do. If you don't, you can ask. We'll get off here. Miss Bear's getting huffy and puffy over here on the couch. See you, bye.